So, when you look at where stand-up has come from since you started doing it, what do you think?
You know, I mean, I'm amazed at maybe the speed in which it's grown and the diversity. You know, that in one sense it's kind of amazing what it's done, but in another sense I feel kind of like confirmation of what I thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
I just by the nature of other things that I've been involved with and the way they've gained momentum, and when and you think of stand-up, the simplicity of it, that you don't need a wave, that that anybody can do it, old, young, any shape, any size, and all of the places, all you just need is water, and so I think in a way, I think that I've known that it's gonna, and it's gonna grow for a while.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna continue to expand.
And you've kind of helped pioneer other sports that have also seen big growth, but how is stand-up different than those other sports?
Well, stand-up's different because of the broad variety of the people that can do it, and the places where you can do it, and then the disciplines that there is to do within it. So you have multiple disciplines, you have a variety of places to do it, and then you have every different kind of person can do it. So grandmas are doing it, and little kids are doing it, and and incredible athletes, women and men, and so you just have that spectrum of people, and then the places that you can do it just make it, it makes for a huge potential.
Yeah. So you had to push through quite a few naysayers to get this sport rolling. I mean, how does it feel to have this confirmation, to have this room full of people, and to be seeing the sport, in such a big way?
Well, I've run up against criticism, but then you start to realize that the people that usually are unhappy are just unhappy for other reasons, not for the reason that they're using you as an excuse for. But at the same time, these are the people that confirm that maybe what you thought it was going to be is, and then it's worth it. For me, I'd take all the criticism in the world if I just to have one of the old-time surfers that didn't surf anymore that's gotten hooked on stand-up paddle. Just that alone. One of the guys that I know that surfed for 50 years that just quit surfing and didn't like it anymore, has a big smile. He's like a little kid. I go, you know what? 1,000 people could give me a hard time for him alone. And so then when I go into a bigger group and seeing the the next generation, actually the first generation of the sport, that's what's so great, is that we're actually getting to see the first generation of a sport, which doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. So, you got any other sports that you're making up for us? Or is it stand-up?
Well, I got, but they have a saying that if you let all the ideas at once, they have a place for people like that, and it's a big building with bars on the window and padded cells, but always thinking, always trying to be open. I think, that's one thing I always remind myself, is not to get too caught up into the details of it, and continue to try to be creative and look for new ways to ride waves, new ways to be in the ocean, just new things to do. The latest thing that we're involved in is the motorized boards that we're riding on golf courses as a new way to be on a golf course, and a new way to play golf in a way on a board where you're riding on a board. So, I like standing up, I like boards, so I'm trying to I implement, some of that into whatever's going on. But I'm still inspired by stand-up. Board design, how big of waves can we really ride, how far can we really paddle, how fast can we really go, what rivers can we really ride, all of these things are still interesting, because it's at such an early stage in its evolution.
Yeah. Great, Laird. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Out. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Aloha.
Have a good night.
We'll see you.